I'm gonna be replacing my stock Traxxas brushed motor from my TRX4 Bronco with a Trailmaster Sport 550 21T Holmes Hobby brushed motor. I got this for like 20 bucks on Amazon, I think, or eBay, I can't remember. But all you have to do is you pull these 3 screws out and then you pull this off and the motor just pops right off.
Oh, wow.
So easy.
So we're trying to heat that up and break free the solder because it'll make it easy. We're just gonna solder that on there. If you guys don't know, these wires are really, really hard to solder. It's just like a bunch of them in a big jumble, so you have to heat up like the whole wire.
Super thin wires, like a bush almost. Like.
Yeah, it's a bush of wires that you have to heat up.
Oops.
Just essentially just breaks free, and then you still have some solder on here that you can use for the next one. Now we're gonna start the other side. It takes a while, so guys, just be patient. You know, you're gonna heat up like half the motor and half this wire until it finally lets go. Alright, so I got them both undone. And this old motor, the reason why we're replacing this is just burned up in the snow. They're pretty good motors. Once they start going out, you can run WD-40 through them. And it kind of brings them back to life. I have mine still going. When it kind of got stuck, I ran WD-40 through it and it kind of came back. But his, while we're playing in the snow, it just started sizzling and smoking and smelling like a plastic factory. So we knew it was time to upgrade. Alright, so we got those 2 soldered on. You have to heat it up pretty hot. Now we're just gonna install pinion gear and slap it back in.
Piece off of the...
Again.
I just took this plastic piece off of the stock motor here and just these 2 screws came out of there, going back in here. Alright, so I'm pulling this pinion off the stock gear, and it's important that when you're putting it on this Holmes Hobby brush motor that you invert it. So it was on this way on the old motor with the grub screw on the outside. You want the grub screw on the inside. If you don't do that when you're trying to install it in here, the grub screw's gonna be hitting that pinion and that'll be a bad time. Alright, so this seated that in place. It's still a little loose because I haven't put this part on yet, but you see it's inverted. The grub screw is behind the big pinion gear there, and it looks like it's going to be good. So the last thing to do is slip this on and it'll kind of secure everything in place nice and secure. Hit those 3 screws again, 1, 2, 3, and we'll turn it on, see what happens. Damn it.
Alright, so we're putting Loctite on it and we tightened it too much.
Time to go to the hobby shop.
That's as far as we can get into the hobby shop these days. We can just stare in there.
Look at all the stuff on my car.
Shout out, this place is the best. Glendale, Burbank. I mean, I would drive far for this baby.
Yeah, there's not many hobby shops around here.
Yeah.
This one's got everything too.
They got everything. Yep. Got it. Thank God for the local hobby shop.
So I just put this cover back on. And now I'm gonna be putting these 3 screws in. We'll plug it in and then we'll see how everything turned out.
Sweet. Woo! Not bad.
Brakes are good.
Brakes are good. Pretty fast.
Woo!
Wow. Would you say that's faster, or you think it's about the same?
I think it's about the same.
Cool. Well, not bad. $20 upgrade or $20 fix. Those motors are nice and cheap. That's the low gear. It's pretty darn fast for the low gear. Whoa! And the high gear. That is nice.
Take it off the jump.
Yeah, let's do some jumps. Clear the gap. Perfect.